Yeah, I know Brady and Belichick are very good, and it's probably not smart of me to go against them, but I feel like you win football up front. And Philly's better on the defensive line and offensive line, so I think Philly's going to take this game. Hold on. Phone ringing. I got a call to take. Shh. Hola, mommy. Yeah. See, I'm very intrigued. Okay, I got a little thing. Let me get out of this thing. I'll be right over there immediately. All right, I got to go. I got time for y'all. Got me debating these nobodies. Get out of here. I'm in Miami. Time to have some fun.
What do we have here? A live microphone. This is a live microphone. I think it's a live microphone. It is a live microphone. I got Super Bowl hot takes. Someone get over here now and mic me up.
Really? Who is this guy? He doesn't even have on a tie. Is he gonna debate me?
Who is this guy? This guy right here that you're about to debate is Stugotz. That's who this guy is.
Let me explain to you what's going to happen. The Eagles are going to win the Super Bowl, not because I'm caught up in all this hype like other people are about Brady and Belichick. They're good. They deserve the hype, but football is about who wins up front. The Eagles' defensive line is better, offensive line is better, and their offense is going to be able to score on that Patriots defense because Belichick is known for taking away what the offense does best. What's he going to take away from the Eagles? They do so many different things.
Easy to stop when you know what's coming because why? They cheat and they'll be taping practices. They cheat as well as anyone in the history of sports. Belichick, Brady, cheating, filming practices.
The Eagles attack all parts of the field. They go deep, they go short. They take the inside. They have 5 or 6 different weapons, and they use them all throughout the game. I understand that they're without Carson Wentz, but Nick Foles has been serviceable and better in the most recent games.
Nick Foles, I can't believe you once there. I mean, that is absurd. Nick Foles, we are comparing, honestly, what you're doing here is comparing Nick Foles to Tom Brady, and maybe later on you can compare Doug Peterson to Bill Belichick.
I will. Thank you
really?
for setting me up for that. I think that Bill Belichick is great. He makes all the right decisions in all the right situations. But if you watch any Eagles football, the same is true for Doug Peterson. That staff from Schwartz to Peterson to Wright have been fantastic this entire season. I don't see them getting out-coached in this big game.
Yeah, I do, because one cheats and the other one doesn't. And that's the deal, okay? One cheats, and that's Bill Belichick. And Doug Peterson, when he loses his Super Bowl, will learn, hey, I have to cheat too, because it's the only way to beat these guys.
That is not the only way to beat these guys. They've lost to the Super Bowl twice, and they should have lost last year. And all that stuff about they're going to be nervous because they've never been in a big game before, that didn't really seem to matter to the Falcons for most of the game. They made some mistakes at the end of the game, and I think the Eagles will do the same thing without the mistakes at the end of the game. They'll win. I believe in the Eagles in that front.
Football's about 3 things: the head coach, the quarterback, and cheating.
This guy doesn't
That's
know
what
anything.
football's
I'm
about.
not standing for this.
That's
I'm
what
leaving.
it's about.
They
That's
got me
what they've
debating
done.
some
Listen, they
amateur.
might deflate.
I'm going to catch
they're
up with
gonna
Coach
do.
Earl.
And
Hang
what
on
are they
a
going to do? Cheat, but it seems like another victory for Stugotz. I mean, how about that? Another victory for Stephen A. Gotts. I mean, all I do is collect victories around here. That's it. Speaking of victories, here's something that's not a victory. Express lanes. Are you kidding me? Express lanes on the highway. I pay $10 every day to go into an express lane, and I sit in the same traffic as everyone else.
Stephen A., this wasn't just any coach. This was the quarterback's coach, and he wasn't consulted. What's your reaction to what he said?
My reaction is that Aaron Rodgers should leave Minneapolis, Minnesota, because he obviously was here yesterday in this freezing cold weather and what have you, which he's accustomed to, playing in the ice, at the Lombardi Field and all of this other stuff. But Aaron Rodgers and Lambeau Field, Aaron Rodgers should depart from Minneapolis. He should take a flight back to Wisconsin, and what he should do is he should go into the offices of the Green Bay Packers executive, maybe Ted Thompson, make sure Mike McCarthy is there, and Aaron Rodgers should demand to be traded. He really, really should. Listen, this is an organization that does not appreciate him. This is an organization, I'm going to say this, and I want everybody to understand, and I dare a damn soul out there to disagree with me. I'm not talking resume because we all know who has the greatest resume. But as a talent, throwing in the pocket, outside the pocket, scrambling to left or right, flinging a football, I believe that Aaron Rodgers is the most talented, the greatest quarterback I have ever seen. Ever. And for Green Bay, of all people, to have him, you're ranked in the bottom half defensively in 3 of the last 5 years. You were 21st or worse defensively. You've given them very little help on the defensive side of the ball. You've given them the same old on the offensive side of the ball. Time and time again, he's had to pull magic out of his hat, his hands, to deliver the goods. The man has thrown for 38,000 yards. He completes 65% of his passes. He did the touchdown touchdown to rate, interception ratio is off the charts. This brother is on another level. And you will sit up there and get rid of his quarterback coach without even telling him, who the hell do you think you are? The Green Bay Packers are sorry. They do not appreciate this man nearly enough. And although I know he has 2 years left on his contract, I am of the opinion Aaron Rodgers should walk into their office and say to hell with it. If you can't appreciate me enough to show me the proper respect that my talent demands, then you could kick rocks, because there's at least 29 to 30 other teams that would kick in the door to get me the hell up out of here and see what you can do without me. Go ahead with Brett Hundley if you want to. That's what he should do today.
There are 31
That's
other teams.
what he should do.
There are 31 other teams that would be
31.
significantly
Well, I was
better
gonna say
with
Drew
Aaron
Brees and
Rodgers.
Tom Brady.
But I'm saying
Drew
with
Brees and
Aaron
Tom Brady.
Rodgers on, Aaron Rodgers makes every single team that ever existed better if you swap him for their quarterback. Now, I know why you say the GOAT is Tom Brady. I agree with you, because the greatest of all time is based on your accomplishments. If you have a great coach and you're a great quarterback and you keep winning Super Bowls, right, and you're on great teams largely because of you, you will be the greatest of all time. When you call it talented, I'll choose a different word. I'll say best, meaning it's less dependent on everyone else around them. Meaning if you swap him out with any other player, that new team gets better, your team gets worse. Aaron Rodgers is the best football player I've ever seen. Like Lawrence Taylor, I think that about at his peak. That guy, that's the best I've ever seen. But Aaron Rodgers is the new answer to that question. He is unbelievable. And for that reason, Stephen A., he belongs in Green Bay. I agree with you that they're mishandling this. We see eye to eye about this almost down the line. But I think the Packers, more than any other team, are in fact America's team. Not just that they're, publicly owned, or that they're, really represent the middle of the country. Probably better than any other team. They're more Peoria certainly than New England or Dallas or any other team you want to mention. But also because of their history.
You're assuming everybody knows Peoria.
Peoria is a Midwestern town that at one point in our history represented American demographics almost perfectly. So it was considered a typical, American town. And certainly the Green Bay Packers represent that probably better than any other team. They're also, so for all those reasons, they're also their history, the frozen tundra, and Vince Lombardi, the answer to the greatest coach ever before Belichick. It is the Lombardi Trophy after all, and Bart Starr, and Brett Favre, and Aaron Rodgers. The Green Bay Packers is where Aaron Rodgers, the best player in the history of the game, not the greatest, not the most accomplished, but the highest peak performer in the history of the game, belongs. Otherwise, we see eye to eye on this. They are not showing him the kind of respect that he absolutely deserves.